Have you already done your mid-year review? Remember that you have until July 31st to do it. With it, you will be able to know the progress of your goals during 2017, make changes if it is necessary, and have a development conversation and career plan with your supervisor so that together we can achieve the 2014-2020 strategy. This review should check if the established goals have been achieved in terms of what and how, values, and competencies. Review the status of the employee's performance goals, either in process, delayed, finished, or achieved. Update the objectives that need some kind of change and plan strategies together in the event that anyone has difficulties, knowing their strengths and opportunities. And finally, performance of the individual development plan and career dialogue. So, if you have doubts about what to put in the part of the individual development plan and the career dialogue, here we will explain in a very simple way. To determine your individual development needs, you must 1. Review your most recent performance evaluation. 2. Seek feedback from other people, including your boss is key. 3. Review the SIAT Dictionary of Competencies, technical skills of your specific position, taking into account also the leadership and also your career goals, being practical and realistic with the execution of them. 4. Talk to yourself to identify no more than 3 development needs to work in the short, medium, and long term. So ask yourself questions like, what would you like to be able to do better? What areas could be improved to offer more value to my stakeholders? What benefits could you gain by improving your profile for your area? And what consequences would there be in case it does not improve? Keep in mind that development is an ongoing cycle, so choose what to develop, plan how to develop it, put your plan in action, and check it constantly to make sure it's always up to date. Don't forget to talk to your supervisor to give you input and coaching throughout the process. To make your career dialogue, describe the assignments, experiences, and key achievements of your career so far. Then do the same with the positions or career plan that you aspire, always thinking in the short and long term. Ask yourself, what are the skills and abilities you possess that would allow you to reach the positions you aspire to? Describe what your development needs are in relation to your aspirations. And finally, if you could make changes in your current position that would make it more satisfactory, what changes would you make? Your supervisor can comment on your career expectations. Now, to do your review, you should enter your username and password. It is important that you update your personal information if necessary. Click on the mid-year review. Keep in mind that in each of the objectives you will find the information recorded in the objective statement, but this information can be edited. To write about the progress of the objective so far, you will have 2 boxes to adjust the objective if necessary. Indicate the progress of the objective and record the activities that are missing to meet it. Of the 4 options in the drop-down list, you must select the one that applies for the corresponding target. Pay attention. There is a new tab that allows the employee to assign one or several evaluators for a goal. Remember to always keep the information recorded, even if you have not finished the process, otherwise you may lose the information. Once you have done the review of all the objectives and its percentage is 100%, the tracking tab will show a green check indicating that you have completed this process. Let's go to the development plan. At the top of the tab, you will see a green check. This means that only if you want, you can make modifications. You must choose at least 1 and maximum 3 competencies related to your role that you consider are your strengths and write an example of the use of each one. Then, you must choose at least 1 and a maximum of 3 competencies that you consider as a need for improvement and define what specific behavior you want to improve, referring to the competency dictionary. You will be able to see that the strengths and the needs of improvement selected the previous year continue by default in this year with options of modification. If you selected the status of achieved in any of the improvement needs, you must propose a new action plan for new improvement needs. Based on the improvement needs already identified, you must define a development objective for each one. And for each objective, you must answer the 3 corresponding questions. Where will it be defined? How? When? And with whom. And the next is training. And this is one of the simplest steps. since you only have to select at most 2 corporate trainings from the list which you consider will help you with your development plan. In case the training you are looking for is not in the list, add it to others. And we finish with the career dialogue. As in the development plan, at the top of the tab, you will see a green check appear. This means that only if you want, you can make modifications. Continue answering the 5 questions related to the past, present, and future of your career that will give you the support to carry out your career conversation with your supervisor. When all 4 steps have been successfully completed, the Submit button will be enabled and the process can be sent to your supervisors. And if besides doing your mid-year evaluation, you must do it as a supervisor, keep in mind these 3 tips. 1. Prepare the information very well before sitting down with your collaborator. 2. Check the information that was sent by your collaborator. 3. Prepare for discussion with facts and data. Now, to make your review as a supervisor, you must select from the list of direct reports the person to whom you will review the process. Please note that employees who have already completed the mid-year review will appear with this symbol. In the approval of objectives, you will be able to see the information, but you will not be able to modify it. However, you will have access to comment. In the development plan, you will not be able to make modifications, but rather comments based on your criteria on the performance and potential of your employee. The next tab is training, and it is a very useful tool as it will serve as input for the identification of the training needs of corporate training that employees may require. Continuing, you will find the career dialogue, and after a frank conversation with your employee, you must agree on the feasibility of meeting their goals and define commitments. Having reviewed the employee's career development, training, and career development plan, you can return the process to your employee if you feel that some adjustments should be made to the information, or approve the process if they fully agree with what is described in it. Finally, both in the name of your employee and in the information box, a checkmark will appear with the message "Have Yearly Review Fully Approved."